Hey everyone, thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Jess and I am from Just the Techpreneur, where I help aspiring and established entrepreneurs conquer tech in order to automate and scale their businesses. Today I am going to go over the Run the World platform. Now, if you are looking for a place where you can have workshops, you can have networking events, summits, then this will be a great option for you. Now, I was looking for a platform that was non-techie friendly and for a client of mine who is looking to host a summit in the coming weeks. So I did some research and I ended up coming across this Run the World, where what really drew me to them was the fact that you can definitely get started for free. They had a lot of the features that you would expect in a higher range tool. If we go over to pricing, we will see that it is free to use. Like, there is a fee that you're going to pay on your ticket sales, but most times that's with a lot of these platforms like Hopin. You still pay a revenue share on the tickets that you have. So you're essentially paying for it with that 15% revenue share. But you're able to host unlimited events, free and paid, up to 500 attendees, have single session or multi session events. So, like if you were doing just a webinar, then you do a single session. If you're doing multi session, such as a summit or an event or online event, then the multi session events will be great. You have ticketing and registration management. You can have the event pages. There's even a post event community, one-on-one speed networking. So you have a lot of things just to use off bat that are free. You're not really worried about paying an additional fee. Now, coming down, they do have options if you were to upgrade. They have their pro account where you get everything in the free plan, but your attendees go up. You're able to download the attendee emails in the interactive data, live chat and email support, and registration survey. That is going to run you $79 a month when you do it annually, and for monthly, it's going to cost you $100. For the sponsor, you get everything in a free and pro plans, and then you're able to do sponsored branding and shout outs, sponsored boosts. So that really helps you add to your revenue when you're hosting these online events. You're able to choose between annually and monthly. So I have not at all used this tool, but I wanted to give it a try and I want to kind of record going through it because I didn't see a lot of content on this particular tool. And before you really invest in one, I like to see the back end and how it's going to be an experience for me, my clients, and for my attendees. So I'm going to go ahead and just click get started. So that's going to take us in to sign up with our email. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Google account to sign in. That way, when I am using this, I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to allow them to give me some notifications. So I love off bat how I have a chat here. So if I need anything, that means they welcome me reaching out to them for information. I love to see that when it comes to a platform for my clients, which are more on the non-techie side. So the first thing, we're going to agree to the terms, condition, and privacy policy, which of course you want to read in order to start using this tool. So once you are in, this is your dashboard for the Run the World tool. So we have a start simple, any event with simple agenda and a few speakers like fireside chats, meetups, workshop, and shows, and then get advanced. There's also a tutorial video, which is another thing that I love to do. So taking a tour, you're able to see how it looks when you're hosting an event. They have a video, speaking event, attending an event. So it shows you from all of the different angles of using this particular tool. So I have profile. This is my main navigation over here. We have our office hours, payment and billing, help center, attendee center, and the log out on the left hand side. Since this is the first event that I'm doing, I'm going to do a start simple. Now it's going to ask me what kind of work I do. What kind of event are you planning? I'm going to use both. Alright, then we can click submit. And here is what it looks like when you create your event. Now there's a cover photo here. I don't see any dimensions to use here. We have our title, our description, time, date and time of this event, how long it's going to last, and how much the tickets are. So we have the connect stripe, then we have a public, and we have an unlisted. So we're going to do unlisted. We're going to leave this information here because we want to see how it's going to look in the end. So let's just set our time in the future and click create events. So we have our title. We're doing our basic information now. We have our title, the description, our start date, our end dates, the cover media, and the visibility. So if you don't have a photo already, you can leave this defaulting until we can see what those actual dimensions are. So we have speakers. So let's leave that. Here we go. Speaker contact email. It won't be shown publicly. You need this email to enable access to your speaker to access the stream room. They will receive an email from Run the World to access the event. So if we need to add a new speaker, we can do that by clicking add speaker. And if you do that by accident, you could delete it and we'll click next. So we have free to attend with early bird, regular, VIP. So with this, let's just do 10, 15%. Click next. And we have a talk, different type of formats, fireside chat, cocktail party, a panel, or a booth. So we can do a fireside chat. Then we can actually see what it looks like when we use our devices. So this is how we're actually going to look when we're in the room. So we have some engagements down here, a button to go live, which that was extremely easy. Like, I will give it that was extremely easy. We have this speaker information down here. We can share our screen, share video, can share video from an attached file, stop video, we can mute, manage the mic. So if we have mic requests, that comes in here. We have music intro, polls, a stretch break, a sponsor shout out, which is with that sponsor plan, a group fee. So this is a photo, that a selfie that you could take with the people that are in your Run the World room. And then we have a call to action that's here. We have a cocktail party down below. When we click that, we get a video about it. We can set the number of chats here and how long that it lasts. We can break our guests into groups so we can mix it up, add conversation starters. So this will be a question. Then we could click start party. That will give us that. And then we have roundtable. So we can have up to 8 people, and we can add topics. You can also allow attendees to add topics. So this will be great when you have multiple speakers and you're looking to get feedback from your attendees in the form of their questions. So you can really like live shoot these topics in for your speakers, giving your attendees direct access to them and kind of using it like popcorn. I love that there are different reactions, like Facebook reaction types. So we have that here. We have our comments here that we can send out to our chat. Looks like we can see the people who are here, their comments, any messages up here. Manage our event. We can update the theme color. And I believe we can, use a customized color. So it gives your event a more branded look. You won't have your logo up here, but your colors can match your brand. So that is great. And then if I want to leave, I can leave here. Yep, that makes that full screen. So we can click exit. So that was like the live back room of the event. Here's my talk. There's comments there. I can preview. Have my photo in, my first and last name, the headline of my information. Here are the sessions that we will have. We have that one session that I did. And if I wanted to add this, and let's do that panel. So we have that here. Let's see. We have moderators, we have speakers that we can add descriptions. who can control. So this was great to give access to your attendees, which ticket type can actually join this session. Can delete that out. I can flip this over to a panel, and let's click. Let's see, when did I have this set? 12 and 13 between 6 and 9. Okay, so 12, 6, there we go. And let's publish this. So now I have a link here that if I paste it in, it's going to take me to the page of my landing page. I see my tickets, I see my agenda, who the speakers are, who's the keynote speaker, the dates here, my event description, and this image here with the large date and who this is hosted by. And we can also change the color of this with that custom color selector. Oh, we can come in, and if we need to add those pre-recorded videos, we can do that here. We have our tickets, our speakers, and our basic information for our event. So underneath our event detail, we have promote. You can create promo codes for your attendees to use. Now, this isn't something you have to do, and you can see your sales. You can see how many tickets you sold. All of your promo codes will be listed below, and you will be using Stripe for this platform. Under promote, we have attendees, which we will be able to see all of the attendees that have registered, when they registered, what ticket they bought, and we can have some free attendees here. Now, you can't download your attendee list unless you upgrade your plan to that $79 one. So that's how you would download. Then we can add surveys here, which is a nice way to see where your audience is at the beginning and at the end of your event. You can send messages to your speakers and to your attendees. Under more settings, we see the recordings. This is where they will live. If we wanted to customize our event URL, we will still have that runtheworld.today, but that ending is what you can customize for your actual event. We can also delete the event down here. For insights, it looks like we're going to be able to see registrants, how many people actually attended, what countries they attended from, how long the event was, and the revenue. This will be something that populates as we get those attendees in. So underneath that is your attendee dashboard, where this shows what events you have signed up for and have actually joined. It will have your upcoming events and your past events in. To update and create events, you're going to want to be in your organizer dashboard. So here we have the event that we created. We have office hours here where we can chat with the Run the World staff, and they have multiple times and days, which is a great thing if you want to learn more about the platform. We have our payment and billing, where we will connect our Stripe. We have our plan details here, which we are paying a 15% fee on our tickets. We have our help center and our profiles. So that is the full rundown of the Run the World platform. I feel like it is very easy to use, very easy to set up and get started with your first event fairly quickly. I personally use Hopin for my workshops and summits, and if I wasn't using Hopin, I would definitely give this one a try. It seemed very user friendly. I don't have a problem with training my clients how to use this, how to switch out their speakers, and how to actually run the event. I really wouldn't have an issue with seeing them do this on their own. Even the setup and the details were very minimum, so I would give this a thumbs up with having my clients use this. You have your comments on the side, your connections, easy management for your speakers. I like that you can hand off, you can share a screen. Like, it has a lot of features that you want to have in a platform such as this. And for the cost of the ticket, like the 15% per ticket that you sell, it's not as bad as having to pay $200-$300 for a platform that you use maybe once a month, and you're using it for free events. You're using it for webinars or for the mentorship community type area. That extra cost isn't really needed with something like Run the World. So I hope that helped. And if you decide to give Run the World a try, let me know how you feel about it. How was your setup? How it worked for you? Even add a link to your actual event in the comments below. I would love to see them.